This is a better pick happening than
not.
the Raiders.
No, it's not.
This is a better pick than the Raiders over the Chiefs.
Upset alert time.
Okay.
Now, every week we call the teams that have the highest likelihood of achieving an upset. Now, we've been pretty good with this so far this year. Here's the thing, though. I'm going to throw some of these out. Mike's going to I know Mike's going to throw them out, right? So let's start right now. The Jaguars host the Packers. Packers are 4-point favorites in this game. Does Trevor Lawrence start the comeback season and allay any of that curse that has been put on by CM Punk?
Well, the Jaguars looked a lot better in London the second go around than the first, or I'll say that much. They have an emerging receiving threat. But no, I don't foresee it happening. The Packers secondary held C.J. Stroud to like 80 yards last week. I think it could be an interesting game. The only way Jacksonville gets this done is just that the defense forces 2 or 3 turnovers from Jordan Love. I think it's closer than people think, but I'm not going to go against the Packers here.
Colts go down to Houston. Colts are 4-2, by the way. They have 4 wins.
Yeah,
and
somehow.
Houston is a 5-point, favorite in this game.
Yeah.
I am calling upset alert, especially if Flacco plays.
I think the upset alert is more contingent on another person playing, and that's Jonathan Taylor.
Come on, Sermon.
I believe Taylor has something like, he has a tremendous track record against the Texans in the past. He's run for a ton of yards against them. This would be a great week for him to come back if he's healthy, but they don't want to rush him back. And against all odds, as you pointed out, even though this team seems to be not good at all, they're 4-2. So, in theory, I don't know. It's possible. It's not the craziest idea.
All right, after this, the Raiders host the Chiefs, Mike. They are a 9.5 point
absolutely not.
Underdog.
Don't even continue on this segment.
Do you remember the last time the Chiefs were upset when they were undefeated? Who was it?
What? Was it the Raiders?
It was the Raiders!
Yeah, I don't remember the specific game, but I'm pretty sure it was not with Gardner Minshew, who has thrown like 30 interceptions in the last few weeks. I don't believe it was Gardner Minshew throwing to no one but Brock Bowers, with no wide receivers, with no running backs.
Okay, hear me out on this.
It's not happening.
9.5 point underdog.
No.
The Chiefs just can't seem to blow teams out unless they play the San Francisco 49ers, okay?
No.
And that really wasn't even a blowout. In this, even if Oakland loses, they're going to beat the spread. So, considering all of that, I think this is a great underdog matchup.
If it was still the Oakland Raiders, I might agree with you, but they're not there anymore, and this team is not beating the spread. The Raiders are so cooked.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah,
Last one might be the most ridiculous.
How
the Jets go to New England. They're a 7-point favorite in this game. Drake May.
Yeah.
And how bad the Jets look, I think there is the chance that, basically they can at least beat the spread, but probably will win this game.
This is not even close to as ridiculous as the Raiders over the Chiefs, but it's still a pretty I don't know. I think the Jets, Rodgers has it's been weird, yeah, but I think Devontae Adams, they're going to figure out how to work him in. This is not a terrible upset pick, Dirk, especially I'm sure you could win some money if the Patriots do it, but I'm going to pick the Jets still in this one. I think that they're going to get a win. Not a terrible pick. Do not pick the Raiders for the love of God.
Last one.
No.
And this is actually more of, I'm just saying this in jest. The Ravens take on Jameis Winston and the Browns.
This is a better pick happening than the Raiders.
No, it's not.
This is a better pick than the Raiders over the Chiefs. The AFC North can get weird sometimes. These rivalry games can get weird. As great as Lamar Jackson has looked, he's by far the MVP candidate. Cleveland's defense is every now and then dangerous. They force turnovers. On a weird off-chance game, not to mention, the Browns could run the ball fairly well. The Ravens' defenses look suspect at times. It's not impossible. It's probably not going to happen, but it's not impossible.
All right, Mike.